Beneath the glittering skyline of New York City, behind the Broadway lights and Wall Street suits, there's a side to the city that few talk about, and even fewer dare to film. A side full of whispers, shadowed alleyways, underground rooms, and silent exchanges that happen right in the heart of one of the most powerful cities in the world. It's not just a red light district, it's a red zone, and once you enter, you'll never see the city the same way again. Before we take you deep inside New York's underground red zone, do this right now. Hit that subscribe button, like this video, and share it with someone who needs to know the hidden side of the world's most famous city. This isn't the version they show on travel shows. This is the raw truth. It starts in Midtown Manhattan. Just a few blocks from Times Square, tucked between business offices and tourist spots, you'll find certain buildings that don't advertise what's inside. No neon signs, no obvious entrances. But if you know what to look for, you'll see the signs. Heavily tinted windows, security cameras angled downwards, and a man at the door who watches everyone but speaks to no one. Inside, the world changes. The lighting is dim, red-hued. The music is slow, bass-heavy, almost hypnotic. You'll see people sitting in booths, eyes scanning, speaking in low voices. At first glance, it looks like a lounge, but it's much more. Behind velvet curtains, there are private rooms. Some are for drinks, some are for conversations, and some for things we can't describe without risking a takedown. We met a woman named Roxy, not her real name. She's been part of this underground world for 7 years. She's not what people expect. Educated, confident, direct. She told us this life wasn't forced on her, she chose it. For the money, the power, the anonymity. Roxy, VO, in here I control the game. Out there, I'm just another girl in the crowd. Most of the people in this red zone are not criminals. They're professionals, lawyers, tech workers, traders, even a few off-duty cops. They come here for the thrill, the escape, the sense that for a few hours the rules of the outside world don't apply. But it comes at a price. Entry isn't cheap. A single evening can run into thousands of dollars. But for many, that's the cost of freedom. There are dancers, yes, but not like in regular strip clubs. These women are performers. They use storytelling, projection, movement. It's sensual, it's dark, it's intense. We watched one show that simulated a confessional. Candles, whispers, sins confessed to a masked figure, then turned into movement and light. It was part art, part ritual, part seduction. Nothing like we've ever seen before. But not everything is safe, not everything is legal, and not everything ends well. One night, while filming discreetly with permission from insiders, we heard shouting from a back room. A man came out furious. He'd been robbed. By the time security stepped in, the woman was gone, disappeared into the city. No name, no trace. That's the thing about the red zone. It protects its own, but it also disappears its problems. We were also warned about the rules. Break them and you're out. No refunds, no second chances. Don't ask too many questions, don't take pictures unless allowed, and most of all, don't fall in love. Several people told us stories of men who became obsessed. Followed dancers, stalked them, got banned. One even ended up in jail after crossing the line. This world plays with emotions. It teases, tempts, and leaves you wanting more. That's the design. There's also a drug scene. Discreet, expensive, and extremely dangerous. Not the street-level drugs you see in bad neighborhoods. These are high-end experimental substances. Microdosing pills, designer highs. Some people use them to enhance the experience. Others get hooked. We spoke with a man who used to be a hedge fund manager. He lost everything in this world. Hedge fund manager? It started with one visit, he said. Then it became my reality. I forgot who I was. The red zone doesn't advertise. You don't find it on Google Maps. You get invited, or someone refers you. And even then, you go through layers, phone calls, verification, sometimes even background checks. It's like joining a secret society. But instead of rituals and robes, there's temptation, money, and silence. There's even a ranking system. Black card members get the top privileges, private performances, access to secret locations, custom experiences. We saw one room that was styled like an abandoned church, another like a luxury dungeon. One man paid over $10,000 for a night where he played a scripted fantasy that ended with fake police showing up. It was all part of the thrill, all part of the price. But behind all the flash and shadows there's real pain. We met a girl named Jade, just 22, who was working to pay for college. She told us this was the only way she could afford tuition after losing her scholarship. Jade, I'm not proud, but I'm surviving. Her eyes said everything. She smiled, but it didn't reach her soul. The red zone is not for the faint of heart. It's not glamorous. It's not sexy in the way movies make it seem. It's raw, complex, emotional, addictive. It's a hidden mirror that shows the city's deepest desires and darkest weaknesses. Once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, and once you're in, you may not want to leave. What happens in New York's red zone stays hidden, until now. If this opened your eyes, hit like right now. Share this video with someone who still thinks they know what New York really is. And subscribe, because this is just one of the many dark truths we're exposing from around the globe. Crazy World Facts is not just a channel, it's a movement, and you're part of it now.